Pavel Breiler, Natascha Ilic, Florian Pomhösel, who will represent the three speakers of our second panel, Beyond the Museum, which will be moderated by Christian Höller. And I have to say, I'm very glad Christian Höller is the best moderator in town, in country. No, we all know that. So I'm very glad he accepted to moderate this panel. Christian Höller is a collaborator. We did several things. He often did talks and things at the foundation. Also, he's editor of Springerin, Hefte für Gegenwartskunst, an important art magazine in Austria, and he has written extensively on art and cultural theory, actually. He also created a special program for Oberhausen, the film festival, in 2000, Pop Unlimited, and he has published his text in a number of books in the anthology with the same name, Pop Unlimited, and also his volume Technovisionen, another book together he did with Sandro Droschel and Harald Witschke, and in his interviews with the title Action, Time, Vision, Conversations in Cultural Studies, Theory and Activism will be published this year. We're very much looking forward to this book by Christian. He's also one of the editors of Documenta 12 magazine. Georg Schöllermer was so interestingly speaking about, and of course he's also having an important teaching position in Geneva. He's visiting professor at the École Supérieure des Beaux-Arts. So please welcome Christian, who will manage the second panel. Thank you all very much, and yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sabine. And to the whole organization of ciam, also for inviting me and having pleasure and privilege to introduce and then maybe also respond to the contributions of this panel. One thing I guess I cannot do is bring back the stolen alarm clock. I have none on me, but I'll try to keep the presentations. I'll have a look at the presentations. Stay within a 20 or 25 minute time frame. Also, it's of course a pity now that a lot of the very important, very interesting issues that were brought up in the first sessions cannot be pursued any further now, but maybe we have a chance at the very end, if people in the audience have particular questions directed towards the individual speakers, then of course there should also be time for that later on or after on. Or maybe even in our concluding discussion, we manage to connect some of the points raised now to what has been said earlier. For instance, the idea of agonizing public spaces, which I'm sure also, at least implicitly, lies at the core or is touched upon by what our main topic for this session will be all about now. And this topic, as you've already heard in the morning from the various introductions, but also from the program, is how artistic projects that in some way or other situate themselves beyond the museum space, beyond the institutional framework of a museum, are to be assessed or what their impetus and their implications might be all about. A couple of questions and remarks have already been laid down in the program. For instance, the aspect to gain greater control of the presentation and mediation of the artist's own work. That might be an aspect or a reason for trying to move beyond conventional museum spaces. But then maybe also in order to test alternative forms of addressing the spectator, might be also another interesting question. Or as a third aspect to be mentioned here, to move beyond the museum space in order to pursue an activist effort that might also alter relations of productions more generally. So there's quite a lot of ground to be covered, I guess, and don't want to don't want to stay too long with introductory remarks, but introduce our first speakers. And every one of our three speakers will present their very individual, very particular approaches, what such a move beyond the museum framework might be all about. So to my far left is Pavel Brejla. He is an artist who graduated from the Technical University of Moldova, the State University of Moldova, the Jan van Eyck Academy in Maastricht, Netherlands, and L'Œuvres Noires. He has participated in numerous international exhibitions, film and video festivals, and has done installations, photos, and performances. And the project he will talk about in a second was launched 2.5 years ago, in January 2005, namely a TV project called Arte, which was a TV on art / art on TV magazine, which came into existence as a project for the Center of Contemporary Art in Chisinau, Moldova, which I'm sure I have mispronounced now, the name of the capital. Pavel, it's your turn now to present this project.